Yeah,
136.
it's 136.
Episode 1. Yep. It's all good.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bitch, when it become 136? I say 135. That's why people ain't say nothing to me. They say he on that bullshit. The porch. Hey, it's the porch. Hey.
Yeah. All good, man. All good. All good. All good. All good. All good. All good.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. I said again, welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential. You know what I mean? Let me put my name down there, man. Mr. Influential. And I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The original, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. For those who watching this live, amen. No matter what goes on, always know that we mean to be on time. We have every desire. But some things are beyond our control, so we won't delay you anymore. Welcome to another episode of the Porch Podcast, man. Welcome to another episode of the Porch Podcast. Episode number 136, Aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and get this thought of the day out the way. Put this on your mind and let it sink in. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Say it again.
Once again, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that was said by Mr. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill.
Elaborate on what you mean on that, brother.
So, we live in a world where everybody wants to, keep score the wins and the losses. And for some people, you miss the concept that you got to first and foremost be willing to fight. You can't win everything. You ain't going to lose everything. So it's not fatal and it's not final. Just understand that you got to do what you need to do to put yourself in the game. You know what I mean? And continuing is actually what counts anyway. Even for those who win, they look forward to the next win. For those who are losing, they're looking forward to their opportunity to become winners once, at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what I gather from the situation from Mr. Winston Churchill, man.
Right.
But like we always do, we're going to get into, first and foremost, how was each other's week before we jump things off with tonight's topics, man.
And I want you to tell me how your week was first, because we usually always lead with me. Tell me how your week was. Let's just switch that up for the night.
Yeah. It was good, man. I mean, for the most part, like I say every time, man, if I'm blessed to be able to talk to you the following Tuesday, everything went the way it was supposed to go. No matter how many little hiccups or whatever that may transpire. I have no complaints, absolutely none. Absolutely none. And if I do have some, once again, they won't supersede the result of what I have here. So it was cool. It was all right. Got an opportunity to once again spend plenty of time with the family. Did a little bit of ripping and running. Got some things out of the way. And other than that, man, I have no complaints, bro. How was yours?
So, it was great. We last left off on Tuesday. Trying to think what I did Wednesday. I don't know. I go through the whole week. But Thursday, I was DJing at the Lobby Club, downtown Trenton. Shout out to Stacy Heading. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We do a scholarship program every year. Give like 10 kids, a scholarship for travel and everything for college.
Okay.
I had a young man in there. He was going all the way to Tuskegee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And everybody got something. They got certificates. They did things. Everybody had their family. They eat, take pictures. Second year in a row for me to DJ. One of my favorite events to do. That was Thursday. So we clap it up for that. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Friday,
Absolutely. Good work.
Friday, my man DJ Bean
Okay.
celebrated his birthday. I came
Okay.
and did a set for him. Had a good time. Party was live. Bean was excited. He was on the chair and everything with the bottle in his hand.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a good thing. Okay. All right.
going
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Saturday, class of '93, Trenton High celebrated their 30-year anniversary.
Okay. That's what's up. Clap it up for 93. Good job, man. Good
Music
work.
by DJ E.
Okay.
DK was on the mic. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what's up.
Had a great time. Shout out to my brother Cali Cal. You know, that was his class.
Hmm.
Dramatic. You know what I mean? It was his class. Born. Nutso. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, that was Saturday. Sunday, really was relaxed. And now we're here to Monday.
Okay.
Now, what happened on Monday at work, I thought a nigga was about to chip me today, bro. Nah, word is bond. Clap it up. Laugh at it. I think he wanted to chip me, bro.
Okay.
Want me to put a bill in his name that he don't completely own the property on. You know, some of the ones that got that aggressive talk, and I'm like, man, I don't care about none of that.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm telling
Right.
you what I'm not about to do.
At all.
You know what I
So,
mean?
right.
Really think he wanted to chip me too, P. And that, you know, that's when the game time starts for me. It's funny then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Too
mean?
old for that. Too
Yeah.
old for that.
Well, my question to you is, if he would have chipped me, just
See, you
your face says a lot, P.
gotta understand, man. We live in a time now, man, where everything is always being recorded. Everything you say, everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that the guy was going to respond in that way, man. You know, maybe it was just, he was upset in the moment, but I don't think it would go any further than that.
Has he
I would hope
had
not.
had he had and you got the
Right.
phone call,
Mm-hmm.
P, somebody just chipped your brother up here at Waterworks.
Yeah. Hey, man. For everybody who's watching,
Your face is priceless.
I'm so glad you guys tuned in, man. Welcome to another episode. I'm not ignoring that question, E. I'm just a man of. It's already been predetermined in my mind, man. It's already been predetermined in my mind. So it's no need to even really discuss anything further than that. Okay. I'm going to get a guy credit and say maybe he was just upset. All right.
He wanted to chip me, P.
Yeah.
Witnesses
What?
seeing it. He wanted to chip.
Now, E, we too grown for that. We too grown for that. You know, what I mean, we too grown for me talking about somebody putting their hands on you. You know what I mean? If you can actually, remember that you have a few decades underneath your belt doing the job or
Yeah.
something like that. When you start
Oh
thinking like
nah.
that,
I was just gonna fall and roll, man. That was
nah,
a
it ain't
work
even about
hazard. If
that.
I'd
It
have
ain't
got
even about
chipped.
falling and rolling, man. It's about understanding. Like you've been doing what you've been doing so long. Like, what are we really entertaining? His fantasy? That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't a reality. That was his
Right.
fantasy.
Right,
I'm
free.
not. I can't entertain his fantasy.
Right.
You know.
I definitely maintain my composure and chill, man. I ain't worried about that. Free. You know, I've been there too long. Hey, listen. October would be 23 years, man. You know, I understand. I know how the game goes, so I ain't tripping on it. I just
No,
figured
you know what though?
I figured I had to let my brother know, my brother, because I know what's really going through his head, but like you said, a lot of cameras is rolling. Ah, look at his face.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you like this. Since the topic of fight seems to be somewhere on your mind,
Right, that thing. Now you catching what I'm
how
throwing.
about how about let's talk about the aftermath, man, of Saturday's main event, between, Crawford and Spence,
Right.
you know, aka, Bud and Errol Spence. Okay.
Harold Spitz. Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna tell you what I seen that he said, and I'm talking about he referring to Spence. I remember when the fight got ready to get started. One of the things that he said in one of those press conferences is that the night of the fight, we're gonna be smoking on Bud. And when he said that, I was like, oh, okay, okay. I understand the concept of whatever they call that, pre-hype fight, pre-fight hype, and all those things that they call that. He's talking, and I'm looking at Bud's face. I don't know him personally. I don't know him, but he had that face like, I cannot wait to find out what you think you're gonna do to me. And you know, he had a few little words to say. It's cool. He wasn't going to get punked and all of that type of stuff. But all I'm going to say is this. It went from that comment being that fight night we going to be smoking on Bud to when I saw Bud coming out with Eminem, Lose Yourself, I said somebody's in trouble and it's not Bud.
Right. Especially this. Listen. And they said when he actually showed up to the fight,
right,
it was rumored that he had on black Air Force Ones. Anybody who got on black Air Force Ones.
Right. When did that stigma start, man?
They really don't give a damn.
When did the black Air Force One stigma start? Because personally speaking,
those was your ones back in the day.
I mean, you can't. All right, so general question. General question.
You will.
A fresh pair of black Air Force Ones. If they fresh, are they acceptable? Or any form of them, whether they fresh, semi, or on their way out?
Let us know in the comments if any, because at the end of the day, if I want a fresh pair of them, I'm gonna wear them.
I'm all right. So, because I'm saying, like a fresh pair of black Air Force Ones. Like, honestly speaking, I know we make a joke about it, but if you wear the white Air Force Ones, especially shout out to Desi Banks. I don't know if you ever see any of the skits that he does
all the time. They be hilarious, man.
So when you wear the white Air Force Ones, not only are they acceptable, apparently there's a whole imaginary life that is afforded to you if you wear the white Air Force One. But clearly the black Air Force Ones comes with a problem. You're gonna show up and show out. I'm just trying to figure out when did it happen. Because I can remember quarter top Air Forces that was black, it was cool. The quarter top whites, it was cool. Or hot, whatever you want to call them. I'm just trying to figure out when did the all black become labeled as if they show up and they see them, it's a problem. I don't know. Somebody please leave that in the comments for me, man. But about the fight, what's your take on it, man? I mean, we know who won. We ain't got to spend a bunch of time trying to figure that part out.
Honestly, I can't give you much of it because I didn't see it. I seen the highlights that I seen. For what I hear,
okay,
Bud did whatever he wanted to do with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did whatever he wanted to do with him. I'm not surprised that Bud won the fight. However, I was surprised of how he won the fight. I didn't think it would be like that.
Right.
Did I think he would win? I didn't, because this is one time that I didn't pick somebody.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I can honestly say, I'm a big fan of the sport still, but I don't catch as many fights as I used to, because I've been blessed that a lot of times when it's fight night, I'll be somewhere DJing or working. You know what I mean? Like, doing what I do. But I haven't really sat and watched a full fight and things like that. Probably, I think the last fighter, and I don't remember who he was fighting, was Errol Spence though. Some few years back. It definitely was him. It was at the Floyd. I can't remember who it was. We was at D House. D still, shout out to DKL. You know what I mean? He still gets the fights on the regular. Of course, he let me know if I wanted to come through or whatever. But I was actually, like I told you, doing Class of 93's reunion.
Okay.
But my take on it from what I've seen is Bud came to do what he came to do. You know? We've always known anybody, I'm not saying I've never seen highlights from him. We all know that he's a special fighter. He's a special kind of guy. You know? But I will give Spence his just due that, in so many words, he took his ass whooping like a man.
Right.
The ref had to stop it.
Right.
He didn't throw the towel in. And even when
even when the memes went crazy.
Yeah, even when when the ref stopped it, he looked at him like, "Yeah, man, what is you doing, man? I still got a lot left."
Nah, man. Not in this fight, brother. Not in this one. I'm gonna
But
tell you, man. All the tweets and stuff I saw, I almost got a Twitter account just because I was like, "Wow, they are
you don't have
having
a
a
Twitter
great
account?
time." I used to.
I still got mine. I think
I
Twitter
might still be
still
around. I
still
don't know.
still might on the low. Twitter kind of like my favorite because you can really say whatever you want to say.
Man,
You
that's right
know.
up your alley. Right
But
up
I
your
don't I
alley.
don't act crazy on it though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a good thing.
I
Right. I
really
think
don't
it's good.
tweet a lot. I just read a lot. You know, and I really believe that when you looking at Twitter, these are really a lot of people's real accounts
Yeah.
because of that freedom of speech and everything they want to say. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in regards to the fight, man, like you said, both two professionals, they've been talking about how this was going to be one of the biggest fights, possibly in the last 2 decades. That's different people's opinions. Um, Only thing I can say about it is from what I saw in the situation, both gentlemen understood what was at stake, and they still part of history. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, unless it was going to be a draw. And my thing is, at the end of the day, in the aftermath of it all, they got to deal with how it came. Like you said, I think that Spence came in. He tried to do what he could do, but honestly speaking, he just seemed really, really overmatched in that particular fight. Not to put
Mm-hmm.
him down, not to say that he's not a great fighter, not to say that he don't have, amazing skills, but it just wasn't his night. And he had to tip his. Anytime a person gives the other person who beat them credit, you can't do nothing on the outside. You can't tear it down on the outside. Like you can't sit up there and act crazy and talk crazy if the person who lost the fight was like, "Nah, it wasn't my night. I was off. The better man won."
Right.
So I'm just looking at the aftermath of everything that developed from that situation. And, I know he wants to fight him again. I think he said at 154. Um, there's a lot of people right now that saw what they saw and like, I don't know if I'm interested in that, after everything that developed. So we'll see how it goes. But, just wanted to go ahead and have a conversation about what transpired in that, how we went from smoking on bud to the outcome that it was. So hey man, you know, we'll see how it all plays out. We will see how it all goes down. So, with that being said as well, man, I got a few words I want to say to you, Ian. I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, man.
Skittles, phones, water, and bras.
All four of them together.
Skittles,
Mm-hmm.
phones,
Phones like telephones.
like a telephone,
Okay.
water, and bras.
Like a bra, like a lady wear, a brassiere.
Mm-hmm. A brassiere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just found that
First
that's
thing.
meant. I just found out that meant that the other day. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Shout out to my wife. You know what I mean? All right. All right. First thing, first thing that comes to mind.
Yes.
Weed.
So the first thing that comes to your mind when I say to you Skittles, phones, water, and bras is marijuana.
Yep. You
Okay.
know why?
No.
The Skittles is for the sweet tooth that they get
Right.
from it.
Okay.
The phones for them to go through social media.
Right.
You know what I mean? And laugh at everything that's funny.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Your mouth is going to be dry. You're going to need water.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a woman,
Mm-hmm.
the bra's coming off. I'm just telling the truth, man. That's how it is because
Okay.
they hot.
Okay. All right.
And if you're a man, you like that the bra's coming off.
All right. So let me get to the reason why I brought those four terms, those four words up. All right.
Yeah.
My next question is very simple. Since we've been talking about this fight and everything that transpired from that, the pre-game stuff, the pre-hype stuff, and all of that. My question to you, man,
Yes.
across the board, when you're talking about the athletes, entertainers, when you're talking about the fans and everybody, you know, how hype is too hype?
How hype is too hype?
How hype is like when it's too hype? Like,
Now,
and I,
I
and I
now my question to you on that:
mm-hmm.
are you talking about media or the actual person?
All right. So when I say how hype is too hype, I mean the actual people, not so
Okay.
much with media.
I think now I can answer that question better. I think a lot of that depends on what's really going on. Majority of the time, you see that
Hmm.
it has to be in a sport of a one on one battle. You
Okay.
know,
Right.
um, like boxing. I think you see it the most.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
I think it'd be dope if they brung it like in tennis or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it might make me want. I like tennis, but it might make me want to watch it more. You feel what I'm saying?
Like if they talk slick right before a tennis match.
Right, right. Seriously, because he'd be like, yeah, he did say this. He did say he's gonna make him twist out a sneaker or something. Like, you know what I mean? Something stupid.
Yeah.
You know. But I
Absolutely.
too hype has to be recent. Smoking on bud and then you get your bud smoked. Like it's kind of like like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I don't know, man. First and foremost, my perspective on the situation is being an athlete or an entertainer. It has to be very difficult to balance, right, your own emotions
Right.
while trying to be able to, I know indirectly, balance the emotions of your fans and those who support you, right?
Right.
So when you look up and you know that you want to just say you're an entertainer and you want to go out there and put on a great show, there's a part of you that knows that you want to put on a great show, but you can't really control how hype they gonna be. You could do
Right.
your part and like, yo, man, just that and the third. And like even when Bud came out with Eminem, okay, that could have been a hit or a miss, even though it was Eminem. You doubt if it's going to miss. The reality of it is that hype sometimes can get too hype, and the balance of it all can't be easy all the time, right?
Absolutely. They don't
I'm
know
gonna
how to
bring up a
channel to
particular
create
situation.
energy.
Exactly. So I'm gonna bring up an issue that I just recently found out about. I don't know if you know anything about it. The situation actually with Cardi B, man.
I know exactly about it, and I
Okay.
loved it, but I know where it's going to go.
So it's so crazy, right? So, as per different sources, TMZ, People's Magazine, different ones, you guys can check this stuff out yourself. But different sources, man. I saw the initial video. All right. In the initial video, what I saw was some sort of liquid coming towards Cardi
I,
B while she was on the
I,
stage performing.
I know where you about to go with it too. And we didn't have this
And then
conversation.
she right. And then she threw the microphone into the crowd, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Specifically at a person.
Right.
Now, not too long after that, I was able to actually see the second video
Yep. Me too.
where it was her actually speaking, saying that, like she was kind of like startled at first when she first seen the water come from the other direction. It wasn't even that part yet. This was before. It was a little bit of banter. It was a little bit of playing kind of along with it. Like, yo, it's cool. As a matter of fact, from what I looked at and seen, she was even cool with like, yo, when you throw the water, like throw it right here. Like, just don't get it on my face. Even the DJ made the statement, the video I saw.
Okay. I didn't see this
And
video.
yeah, so in the process of all of that, she was kind of playful along with the situation, right? Things get started. Now she done already said, just don't throw the water in my face. Hence, we see the first video. We don't see that video first. So we don't know. All we see initially is Cardi's reaction to seeing some kind of liquid being coming towards her. Then you see the response, right? Then you see now this video that's showing that. Now, in the aftermath of all of this situation, supposedly now she's being charged or they're investigating or looking to the possibility of putting some kind of charge on her dealing with battery because the microphone that she threw, it hit the intended person, I guess, from what I heard, that she was trying to hit, but it also ricocheted off of that person and hit somebody else.
And that's what I thought you was going to say. I sent it to you. That
I,
ain't.
yeah, I had already, me and Link was kind of building on it too. So
Yeah.
you
No,
saw
but did you see that video? That one?
the one that you sent me? Nah,
No, the
I
one I
probably
sent
seen the
you.
video,
No, the one I
but
sent you seen the ricochet. I'm saying when it hits the other person. I sent it to you today. I don't think you seen it.
no. That's what I'm saying. Like me and Link,
So
like she showed me something. Yeah,
the video that I sent you
right.
is actually being recorded from the crowd, right behind the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that she definitely hit the person. You know what I mean? And it looked like the one she hit or threw the water. I hate to say it was, you know, it does. It's just speaking of fact, but she looked to be African American. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
and the one that it ricocheted to was Caucasian.
Right.
So when I told people that she probably get sued,
Hmm.
they was like, "Well, she reacted. The water hit her." I said, "Yeah, but I'm not saying she was wrong, because I probably
Hmm.
would have reacted like too. She just reacted, but I know how this is going to go, and
Hmm.
she probably don't care. But that's how it is. But when I seen that second video today in the ricochet, I said, "See, it's the ricochet person that's going to end up suing, because she didn't
Oh
do
yeah.
anything."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah, I agree.
That's so when I said she's gonna get sued, I just said it's gonna be a lawsuit. Cause you know,
Yeah. But
anytime that happened, come on now. For her to
yeah.
her aim was nice, but it was literally like the girl took the bottle with her left arm, bruh, and then
Hmm.
splashed it. And you see Cardi, and when she threw it, Cardi hit her right back here in the left like shoulder, and
Hmm.
the other fan was right there because they was close, and it said boom boom, just like that. His lead right
Yeah.
beside the face.
That's what I'm saying. Now, what's
Yep.
crazy is like you saying, bruh, the aftermath of everything that's going to develop from this situation. When you look at the first video, you see the act.
Right.
The second video, you know what I mean, the one as far as what was released to us. I mean, in all actuality, the second video only was the first one.
Right.
If you really wanted to be technical, um,
Yes.
but you know what I mean, the way it was released. So that whole narrative has been spun the way it is. You know, get a hold of things, and they create the narrative that they want to. It's unfortunate. But the reason why I brought up those other names, I mean those other things in terms of like the water, the Skittles, and the actual situation dealing with the phones and the brides is because that's why I asked you about the question about the hype, how hype is too hype. When you look up
Right. Right.
now, you got her that's experiencing that, but then you got Drake who, you know, they tossing brides on the stage and he's making it humorous. He'll pick it up. Wow. What size is this? And he says the size. He said he didn't even know it went up to a certain letter and all this type of stuff. But then you got other situations where you got other people that's throwing phones on the stage, and you got other people that's throwing Skittles on the stage. And at some point or another, you like, look, man, I know you
Oh,
hype.
so that's why you said that.
Yeah,
That's where the Skittles,
yeah,
oh, I like how you
yeah,
did that. I like how
yeah.
you did that.
Hey,
P a Riddler.
yeah. You know what I'm
P a
saying, man?
Riddler. He's
I'm,
magical now.
I only brung that joint up because, like I said, man, when you're dealing with the whole situation of being an entertainer, you always got to figure out the balance, right? Now,
Hold on though.
that
Hold
that
on. Before you go on, I gotta say this one thing, man.
well,
You said Skittles,
right.
phones,
That's right.
water,
That's right.
and
And bras.
bras, right?
That's right. Right.
Now it's safe to say that you saying that all that was thrown on the stage,
Yep. Different places for
different
sure.
places, right? Yeah,
Right.
and it's safe to say. Now my answer was weed, right?
Yeah,
After that, that's
that
the
was
first.
that was that was that was your answer. Yeah.
It's safe to say that that was probably in that area
Can't rule it out.
at the same time. All these
Can't rule it
objects
out.
was being thrown. So I kind of
Right.
got the question right.
Yeah. I mean, you may have, like I said, I will not say that it's not involved in to some degree. I can't confirm it either. All I know is at the end of the day, if you're an entertainer and you're doing what you do, and you all of a sudden start getting certain things tossed up there and all that, it got to be tough, man. It got to be tough just to be able to just say, "I'm gonna go out here tonight," and chances are, I mean, I guess depending if you're Drake, and I'm gonna go out here tonight, and chances are somebody's gonna throw a bra on the stage. You don't lose no sleep. You might feel a little bit different. You might feel a little bit different compared to the person who just, hey man, if a joker throw a phone hard enough at you on the stage and you don't see it,
What? Listen,
I mean,
if
it can hurt
a
you, man.
kickball can hurt, what you think something as hard as a phone gonna do to you?
That's gonna tear you out the frame. That's what I said. It
Yeah,
affects in the mind, right? That's what I mean.
you might break a rib. They hit you the right way with that shit.
Crazy thing is you're gonna want it back. My phone back, yo. You know what I mean? Now when you jelly hurts that joint, super deep, and you tell him now go get it from the wide receiver. You hiked it to me, and I threw the Hail Mary the other way.
Now, the aftermath to that is this:
What's that?
who's too hyped in there? The one who
That's what
threw
I'm trying to
who who,
see.
who threw the
Yeah,
shit to the wide receiver,
yeah.
or the one, or the
Now you
one
understand where I'm going with it.
that threw it at the red.
How hype is too hype?
Everybody's too hyped.
How hype? Hey, I mean, hey, if you don't see it coming, that person that got hit, I don't know if it was Harry Styles or the some another entertainer.
With a bro.
No, they got no. That was Drake. Now they got hit
Oh,
in the eye with the skittle. Yo, they said the joint like hit him in the eye, like poked his eye, like bro, you know how hard you got to throw a skittle and hit
and
somebody in the
have
eye
that
with
precise aim.
it? Right, right. They said the dude that threw the phone at the concert he was at, obviously that was a quick case. They get the phone that, oh, this is such and such's phone. That wasn't no hard investigation. He turned around and was like, yeah, I meant to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Charging. That's what I said. So like, you deal with these things, man, and you always got to remember in the aftermath of all of it, you still got to find a way to keep the composure.
Right.
You still got to find like have a good time, but you ain't got to tear nothing up and hurt nobody.
Hey, what's
So
up, Dom? What's going on, girl?
hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
And
Great to
you
see you,
and
baby.
and you right, free. You right, bro. Yeah, nothing should be thrown, man. Nothing should be
Absolutely, my
thrown.
brother. I
It should be
totally agree.
banned. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
That's why
penalize
I
those
don't.
stop
That's why I don't
injuries.
go to
That's right.
concerts as much as I used to no more. Like I don't never shout out to Nina. I don't know if she was at Beyonce concert yesterday, whatever, but she had her live up. This is why I'm saying this, and she was
Okay.
like, I don't look at these seats. These seats is great where we at. It's like we on floor seats. Like I don't like being on the floor. It's too
No.
much mushed and pushed. I want to be comfortable, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
who becomes the person who's out of position, right? For the
Right.
person that goes and doesn't want to get pushed or knocked over, a drink spilt on them because the person's hype, you become the corny in the way person
Yeah.
because you just really want to come and enjoy the show and not be a part of it.
Now the aftermath, somebody might get stampede, man.
That's what I'm saying. Coming off
and
that floor,
and
man, I
and
get it.
then it's class action suits and all this. And I don't mean to just keep coming back to the money, but the name of the show is Aftermath.
Listen, we ain't never lead the money.
Yeah,
We ain't never lead the
right,
money. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Imagine.
And we were talking about Shady. Shady who? We talking about Shady and what, eh?
Yeah, shady,
After.
shady Aftermath. You
Yeah.
know why?
So
Cause
right.
and G Unit. That's what's up. Yeah.
Hey, listen, y'all, before we get too much deeper into this conversation, man, y'all know how we gonna do. I want to make sure I let you guys know, man, that if you're ever in need of a full service event planning company that can take care of regardless of whatever kind of event you got going on, that wedding, that birthday party, that retirement party, that anniversary, oh, y'all get the point. Let them know. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. Make sure to check out their Facebook and Instagram pages at FNC Events. Head on over today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Absolutely, absolutely. As you can see right here,
FNC events.
as you can see, F&C events. Right now, they have a great special, a great deal going on, man. For the to August the 31st, running a Christmas in July promotion. You want to make sure you head on over there to the website that you see on the screen, and if you can't see it on the screen because you're listening to it, it's www.fncevents.com. Head over there, fill out the actual form that's there once you get to the website for additional information on the great promotion that's going on right now with the whole Christmas in July. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. You know what I mean? So there we go. There we go. So no, I mean, personally speaking, yeah, I agree with Free. Throwing things on the stage and all that, unless it's a part of the show.
Right, Des. Ain't nothing wrong with being comfortable.
Nah.
Let me ask you this, real bro. Like
Absolutely.
you ain't, you know, you do. Yeah, I can say that you definitely mess with concerts and stuff. But when you go to live events, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You've been to your share. What stadium or what game do you remember you think you sat the most comfortablest?
So I want to say there's been a couple of them.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoyed the seats that I had when I went to Miami, check out the Eagles and the Dolphins and the Eagles there. That was pretty nice. Being in Miami, period, and just
Oh
wherever
yeah,
country
yeah.
was dope. So that was awesome. Um, there's been other ones, concerts. A lot of times, man, when we saw Beyonce in Florida, that was I can't remember the name of the place, but that was awesome. Yeah, I'm one of them type of people. I've been came to the point of not wanting to be on the floor.
Me too.
So when I think of a great seat, just in my description of what a great seat looks like, it's one where I can see the entertainers comfortably,
Right.
and I'm just out of the way of all the things that I don't want to be a part of.
I think my two most comfortless is in the same stadium.
Okay,
When I went to see the Kobe's last game in Philly,
okay,
I
okay.
was
That's
in
what
one
we
of
want.
those. I was in one. I was in the club box, and then
Okay,
shortly after mom had passed, I remember shout out to Jesse, blessed us, and we was got to see LeBron
you're
for
absolutely
L.A. that
right.
year. Where Coos was playing with him. We was in another skybox.
Absolutely,
Skyboxes, man, they comfortable.
they do it.
Yeah,
They
even
do it.
Trent Thunder got a nice one. They got a nice
Oh, some of
skybox.
them they
You know what I
do.
mean? Me and
Yeah.
Free was in there together. You remember
Okay.
Free? Me and Free was there together. They got a bar in there and everything.
Okay. Yeah. I think that we're just at a point where we actually want to go in and be entertained, right? In
Hmm.
the aftermath of everything, when it's all said and done, you don't feel like you had to be aggressive to enjoy something that you wouldn't pay money. Like if I gotta get there and I gotta use my elbows to clear out space, make room for me and the wife, I'm not
Yeah,
having a good time.
yeah,
I'm not having a good time. And because I know that there are people there who want to come and do those things,
right,
I just try to respect the fact that I'm gonna go in the zone where it really ain't going down.
right.
I think I'm at the point now. I know you were just telling me about it the other day. I don't know if you want to bring it up or not, or well, I don't know if
Which
you
one?
want to talk more about it. As far as the whole Jazz Fest thing that's supposed to be coming back, possibly. You were saying something about it in
Oh
Willing.
no, it's not that. The Willenboro Jazz Fest is actually coming up. It's his 40th anniversary.
Okay. I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't know if you wanted to shout it out. I mean, I know you ain't
yeah.
got too much to do with it, but
Nah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
That's August. That's August. I think it's August 13th. But what I do have something to do with, right in
okay,
Trenton, New Jersey.
okay,
Shout out to Positive Force and Donna D.
okay. Talk about that. Promote it.
Celebrating the
Promote it.
50 years of hip hop. 50 years of hip hop. Let's go ahead and clap it up for that. I mean, it's a slew of DJs, man. We all
That's
doing
what's up.
throwing a lot of, you know, DJ E, DJ William H, DJ Books, DJ Plex.
Oh, this is a different list. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yup. T Bone's on there.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody I miss, and we are definitely honoring and recognizing Father Ramsey that night. So let's clap it up for that right there,
Absolutely.
because he is definitely a part as well. So August 13th from 12 to 8, Cowwood Park, old school style like that. That's what it is. And while we're promoting August
Okay.
3rd, this Thursday, August 3rd,
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing at you. Because you're all right, yeah. But this Thursday, August 3rd,
Right.
official R&B after work party, 318 South Broad Street, Island Dreams Jamaican Restaurant.
Okay.
In the back, you know what I mean? It's an after work party, BY. Bring your own wine, bring your own champagne. Now, it is an entry fee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's $20
Right. Right.
to
Right.
get in. $20 to get in. But if you have your working ID, your government working ID, it's $5 off.
I saw
So,
that.
so yeah, me and Hood Chef. I'm the DJ. That's why
Hey,
you
shout
see
out to
it.
Valley, man. Shout out to Hood Chef,
Yeah,
baby.
Chef. I'm sorry, Chef Laval Williams. Now
All
that's
right,
his
we
name
stand
now.
corrected. We
Yeah,
stand corrected. My
yeah,
bad, little bro.
yeah,
I'm still getting used to it. Shout out
yeah,
to my brother, Chef Val.
yeah,
Okay, so we got a lot going on, y'all.
yeah.
Got a lot going on. We're moving right along. Like I said, the aftermath of after work, man. You got some things. You got some different events coming up, like Edith talked about. Make sure you guys come and support these local different events. We've been talking about events and different things you can go to, and all these concerts and all that type of stuff. I know that we sometimes have a little bit of a hard time, supporting things that are local only because of the fact that we're still trying to just deal with the everyday things that come up in life. Look, man, support your own. It can't grow
Support
if you
you.
don't show.
That's
It
it.
can't grow if you don't show. So make
Boy,
sure
I
you
tell
guys
you
go out
what.
there and support us.
I tell you what. He is becoming more and more a motivational speaker as the days go by. This week's motivational money. Let's get down to business.
Yeah, like every time, every
Yeah,
time.
you know what I mean.
No,
Shout out to my brother. Man, what you tell him? Let's get down to business.
let's get down to business. Yeah, that's what it all comes down to. That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? So once again, man, we're just talking about the aftermath of everything, man. Like you said, we talked about the fight. We talked about obviously things going on with the Cardi B situation. Everything that we talking about, man, when in regards to aftermath, is all within the concept of us being able to enjoy life without it having to be, crazy or out of the way. I think sometimes we get so preoccupied with trying to live in the hype of everything. Sometimes, man, we put ourselves in tough positions.
Right.
And I just think that we need to make sure that we understand that. You know what I mean? And it's a self quote right here, man. But sometimes in life, the simple key to success is just understanding your moment. And
Nah, you
sometimes
right.
you gotta understand, it's when it's your moment. When it's your moment, be in it. You know, be in the moment, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Relish in it and all those type of things. But just understand at the end of it all that there's an aftermath for everything that we do.
Right.
There's gonna be things that transpire. So, like I said, man, that was just my thought on that situation, man. As far as the whole thing with Skittles, phones, water, and bras. Let's stop throwing stuff on the stages, y'all. Less is
Right.
part of the show. Let's stop throwing stuff on the stages. Somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody gonna get sued, and it ain't about that. It ain't even worth that.
And
You know.
and that's why we titled this episode Aftermath, because we all know it's after effects and everything that goes on. But it's certain things that you really have to try not to say later that if I could take anything back, I regret doing that right there. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm trying to here it is. I'm the other day I was
Raz, what
actually
up, Raz?
Rise was good, Rise. So I was I was just on my flight. Oh yeah, that's what I ain't. Did I talk? Was that last? Yeah, that we did talk about when I
We
went to
talked
Orlando.
about it. We covered
Yeah,
it. Yeah, but
yeah,
that was the aftermath. That was
right.
the aftermath of that situation. Right.
So I was looking at James Baldwin quotes,
Okay. All
right,
right. What you
and
got?
this one real. It was
Shout out
30.
to Free. That's his guy right
That's
there,
his guy
James
right
Baldwin.
there, and that's what made me think about it. So this is a quote that he said on children, right?
Okay.
And it's going to relate to aftermath. It says, "Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they
Okay.
have never failed to imitate them. They
Wow.
must, they have no other models." So,
Wow.
I'm going to say it again because when I read it 2-3 times and I understood in the first, but it just was so profound to me. It says, "Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have
Mm-hmm.
never failed to imitate them. They must, they have no other models."
Wow.
So even though they don't listen, they follow the model,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what does that mean? I led the show talking about my man wanted to chip me, and I
Okay.
said I'm gonna tell my brother this live on air because I want to see his reaction because I know what the old P would have said. Chip who? Chip. That would have been the last chip he ever did.
The illusion that things have been changed because words aren't present. Don't
Right,
ever be fooled by certain things. But
right.
go
There it
ahead.
is. So, but in all actuality, I love the fact that had restraint. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Mhm.
Like that I had restraint and really knew, you know what I mean, that it don't have to go that far. You know.
You know what it is? in my opinion, I think that as we get first and foremost, as we experience different things in life, we develop a better sense of foresight, right? Ironic, the name of this episode is Aftermath, and I'm talking about now foresight.
Right.
Foresight generally comes from your experiences, right? Once you experience something enough, you know what it's going to look like in the outcome of it, at the end of it. You know
Right.
what the aftermath of it would look like.
Right.
If you're not progressing in that regard in terms of learning how to be able to see things into the future,
Right.
then you're regressing. You're not even stagnant. You're regressing. You're going in reverse.
I'm
As we
I'm
age, we're supposed to get more in tune with those things.
I just want to say this. I apologize to everybody who's watching. If you see you was looking a little choppy for a minute. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still is a little bit, but just keep talking. We just gotta roll with it. I don't know what it is, but
Hmm.
yeah, pretty much as you spoke, just like Free said. If you look at his comment, it says, "Teach." He goes on to example to say we are the only we. He goes on to say we are the only examples they have. When we ask why the babies are crazy, off the hook or crazy, they learned it, I'm sorry, from us.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
we have to always be a better model at things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
really where I'm going with it. The aftermath of the whole situation is we do when we don't have a plan, we just react. And a lot of
Exactly.
times when we react, we don't think straight. We just
Exactly.
go with our natural instinct.
Exactly.
Like I said, Cardi threw the mic, but I guarantee you, at one point, she's saying to herself in her head, "Man, I just fucked." You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was probably was instantaneously.
Yep.
It was probably instantaneously. You know what I mean? But the human side of her responded before the mind,
Right.
right? Her human
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, her reaction in that situation. The whole situation we're talking about with the babies and staying in the tune with the reality that we are their example. We can't be disappointed in their. I take that back. I can't tell a person what they can't be disappointed in.
Right.
We should not, in my opinion,
This
I'll say
camera
it that
bothering
way,
me.
not be disappointed by the things that we show them or the things that we see, because 9 times out of 10, we are the ones who showed it to them.
Right.
I don't know what's going on with that. I see what you're saying, but you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean. So that's how I feel about that. I'm gonna have to probably go out and come back in.
Go ahead and
But
go out and come back in. I'm gonna talk to him. If that's
absolutely,
what you want to do, we gonna go ahead and go back. So what P is saying, okay, is just like Free stated. We're the problem. Period. You can't show kids something for, let's say, 15, 16 years of their life and decide to change in the last 3 and think that they're going to get it. We're like a sponge. We learn from repetition, right? So if we like a sponge and we learn from repetition, we're going to always do what we're comfortable with doing, unless you really require change at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like a real situation that people don't realize, like that's was actually considered being insane or a form of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, thinking you're going to get other results. You know,
hmm
P's back.
yeah,
Talk to him
yeah.
clearly.
I'm back. I missed what you were saying, but pardon me, guys. I had to slide out, try to reset, get back into the mix to see if things
Yeah,
were
so I
moving.
got I got to do this the most official way. Okay, hey, sorry there, P. I don't know what happened. So we're gonna get back to the interview. So what I was stating was, I said that you know you can't teach a child something for 15, 16 years of their life, and then you changed in the last 3 years and think they're just going to catch on and get it. So we're like a sponge.
Yeah,
We learn from repetition. The
yeah. Nah,
thing that
and
we
you know
do the
what?
most is what we obviously a lot of time come out to be.
Like, you know what, bro? My bad for cutting your wisdom, but no, I want to say that most of the time, what happens is we teach, in my opinion, out of our limitations, not
Mm-hmm.
out of our imaginations. You know what I'm saying? So when we teach out of limitations, that means that if you turn around and you're teaching a child that, you know, they can't do certain things, or even if you're teaching it to them by actual behavior and not actually sitting them down like it's a lesson book involved, we teach them, by our limitations. We don't teach them by our imaginations. Think about it. In school is where they first hear that you can be anything that you want to be.
Right.
So it's promoted earlier that your imagination should be a guide for you to be able to see yourself bigger than how you presently are when you're a child. But if
Right.
all of your examples are doing things in the same way, not getting anywhere, very limited, and they can only teach you out of the limitations, then they start to kill your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those things come down to that. This is why
It's
the aftermath of what we see looks like it looks.
it's like a design plan for him to
Yeah,
kill her like that.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think what we're going to do, man, is we're going to get into some questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see which ones you probably want to go with.
It
It's been
don't
a while
matter.
since you said one. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know you would. I know you would have it come. You know what I'm saying? Um, some of these things I know we already covered.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a couple different ones that we may not have touched on as
So
of
what we
yet.
gonna name it so I could do the intro?
We're gonna go. We can go with Would You Rather. I may have asked you some of these questions. The only thing I can say, bro, is whatever your
Freestyle with
answer
the
was,
mind.
dial a new one. That's it.
Mm.
Yep.
Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, right here live on the Porch Podcast. We want you to pay attention and you please join in. He's going to ask me some questions. You can answer down bottom. I said, let's get back to it. I don't know why I got the fake Obama announcer voice. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on today.
wow. Wow. Okay. Well, as he said, man, welcome to another week of Would You Rather. I'm asking these questions. And then, a few of them I may even put my answers on them as well. All right, bro. Would you rather have a strict professor or an easygoing professor?
Um, Easy going.
Okay. Why so?
Because nobody said you could be easy going. You couldn't be easy going and strict.
Right. Right. My thing is once you discover in life that it's not about things being taught to you easy, kind of coming off of what we just talked about in terms of examples.
Right.
It's about the effectiveness of what you're teaching, right?
Right.
So the two options were a strict professor and an easygoing one. The trick in this situation, in my opinion, strict doesn't make you smarter or more beneficial. It just makes you stricter. Just
Right.
like the easygoing professor doesn't mean that you're smarter or not as intelligent. It just makes you more easygoing. So to me, both of those are personality situations, not necessarily the ability to be able to teach me things that's going to be beneficial.
Right.
So I mean, if you however you want to look at it, would you rather work on group projects with smart and motivated classmates if you were in school, obviously, or with lazy, disinterested classmates?
Smart, motivated. You say right?
Smart, motivated, or either lazy and
Smart.
disinterested.
Yeah. Smart, motivated. That's all I ever want to be around is smart, motivated people. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you. I say this, bro, because you have to be very strong-willed because we will become a product of our environment if we don't stand for something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So if I'm in
Right.
an environment where it's just easy and lazy and I conform to that, that can carry
Mm-hmm.
on to other things in my life. You know, so
Absolutely
I
agree.
basically say smart and motivated. Yeah,
Yeah. 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 You want to put yourself in the company of people that's going to push you. We got to stop being scared of being around competitive people.
right,
Stop trying to always try to gravitate to either where you're the smartest person in the room. We done said it a bunch of times. If you're the smartest person in your circle, you're in the wrong circle. You
right,
cannot grow being the most intelligent person in your circle.
right.
That's just how I feel about that. Okay. Would you rather be the best student in the class? I guess that's subjective. Um, would you rather be the best student in the class or have the teacher's favoritism?
Nah, best student in the class. If you're the best student in the class, you don't need the teacher's favoritism.
Yeah. Now, mind you, we have the benefit of being adults at this point, right? and
Right.
there's things that we know.
Hmm.
So it's kind of almost like the cheat code situation because you
Yeah.
know that you know what you're going to benefit more from.
But
That's the
I
thing.
we know that now because we just experienced life. But if you asked us this same question back in the day, I don't think our answers would be anything different. Cause
Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
we never wanted to be me, bro. We never wanted favoritism, right? I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say never. I mean, who wouldn't like a little favoritism? But
Hmm.
what I can say for a fact, the way we was raised is we just always wanted to be respected for the work we did,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
and if we gonna do it, we gonna be stellar at it. That's why I think our answers would have been the same on that particular question.
Yeah, no, I think that we've always been people who wanted just to receive credit. No, our credit that we wanted was recognition, not credit like I owe you something.
Right?
That was the only
Exactly.
credit that we felt about. Yeah, nah, I totally agree. We'll move over to, more grown adult one, what I mean? Dealing with the workforce, man. Would you rather work for a boss who micromanages everything that you do or a boss who never gives you any advice? Right, right,
Because once again,
right.
that's a real tricky one. I mean,
Leave your answers in the comments below, y'all.
I'm
You
gonna
know.
explain to you why I gotta fall in the
Okay.
middle. I gotta fall in the middle of that, and
Right, you
why I
can.
can't pick. So
Okay.
micromanaging would be if they're micromanaging and they know what they're doing, right? They know what they're doing.
Right.
You're going to really learn.
Okay.
So without and by they doing that, you're going to see the mistakes that you made, and by doing the mistakes that you made, fixing mistakes that you made, you're coming just as sharp as them. Now, if they never give you any advice, that's going to always make you feel like you're the most intelligent person in that room. So does that mean you grow? No, because you can't grow if you're the most intelligent person in that room. See what I'm saying? Even if that person really is the most intelligent person, they never give you no advice and no direction. You're gonna think you always getting it right.
Yeah. I get your point. I can see exactly how you explain it. So you said that you're in the middle. You really don't have a specific answer. I don't think I have one either, but I'm gonna just entertain it from the perspective of what's really at stake, kind of like what you did, right?
Right.
So would you rather work for a boss who micromanages everything that you do or a boss who never gives you any advice? Once again, when I think of the terminology of a person, a boss, this is somebody who's pretty much, in charge of a particular situation, an area, a group of people. You know, if you're overseeing an actual project that I'm working on, I have to be able to determine whether or not you're watching me or watching the development of everything that's coming together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Micromanaging a situation is just like because between the two situations, you got one who's over watching you
Mm-hmm.
versus a person who never gives you any input, good, bad, or indifferent. I would have a hard time. I'm be honest with you. If I was doing what I needed to do, everything was working the way that I needed to work, or everybody is benefiting from it, and I'm pulling my weight. I would have an issue with being micromanaged. I would. I've experienced that, and personally speaking, I always felt like it was being done because not of what I was doing, but what someone else wasn't doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did take offense to that. So for me, I would almost rather know exactly what my assignment is, what I had to do. And unfortunately, I probably would rather deal with the person that don't never give me too much advice versus the person that's going to. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, but I definitely wouldn't prefer to be micromanaged.
Right.
Um,
And I definitely understand that because in all actuality, in that field of work, we don't really want to be. We want to know our job, but we don't want to be the Captain America of Trenton Waterworks, like the main guy. Like you like what do you get from it? You would rather be micromanaged on something that's yours, through entrepreneurship to actually grow and learn some more. You get what I'm saying? Not at no job. So I get exactly what you're saying. You know,
Yeah, because well,
long as
in
I
one
ain't getting
essence,
fired and I ain't getting reprimanded and all that type of stuff, I'm good. I get what you're saying.
right. So in my experience in micromanagement, it's the person that consistently watches everything that I'm doing. If you're just watching me, but you're not, giving me some kind of specific instruction
Oh yeah,
to do
yeah,
something
that's
different, that's micro. So when you're
right.
micromanaging me like that, I have a problem with that
Yeah, I do
because
too. I do too.
right, and like I'm not telling you where you can go, but I'm telling you I got this covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless something's changed and you need to inform me. So that's why I would have an issue with it.
Nah, I
But
get it. Nah, I assume if they micromanage, they was going to not just show
not
you what you
mental, yeah,
do.
because you ain't mentoring me. Like even if
Yeah,
you showed me
yeah,
and you showed me all this week and you showed me all next week, come week 3, I'm probably gonna look at you like I promise you I got it. Man, you don't have to stay here this week.
yeah.
Like I don't
That's what.
understand
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you
After that, you ain't got to
yeah,
come around no more. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like training me and managing me ain't the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So or coaching me or encouraging me and managing me ain't the same thing. So would you rather work in a team where everyone gets along and supports each other, or in a team where there's constant conflict and competition?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I was so Rise. You trying to tell me you ain't at the VFW no more? I'm sorry, Pete. Ask me the question again.
You all right, man?
Yeah, no. I'm
That-
reading her
would
comment.
you would, would you rather work in a team where where everyone gets along and supports each other? I gotta wait for that. Would you rather work in a team where everyone gets along and supports each other, or in a team where there's constant conflict and competition?
Now, at the team and everybody support each other.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
support
All
system.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I totally agree too, Dom, like we was talking about before. Yeah. You know, advice in situations like that was given during the training.
Now y'all
If you
right.
see something, you say something. You know what I mean? If you see something, say something.
Nah,
Other
y'all
than
right.
that, it's a little bit different. Yeah. So all right. So
Yeah.
your response to the situation is yeah, of course you'd rather work along support, where everyone gets along and supports each other. Um, the other one being a conflict and competition. Competition, I'm fine with. Conflict, we don't need to fight every time we're trying to get something done. I don't mind the competition because I think you should be competitive when you're doing certain things to be able to grow and develop. But we ain't got to be in conflict all the time because we're competing.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather work in an office where you have to wear a formal business suit every day, or in a casual office where you can wear whatever you want?
I work in a casual office in a sense, but I like the form little business suit joint every day. I think I would dress like that more if I didn't have to sometimes still touch out in the field. Like seriously, you know.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Nah. Now, I think that I mean I worked in a job where you didn't wear suits, but we had to wear uniforms every day, and
Yeah.
I feel you, Dom. Say casual. Yeah, that's cool. I'm definitely with that. I'm definitely with that because I wore uniforms, and hey, I can only imagine what the benefit of just coming in with what I wanted to wear. Um, okay, I just had the one I wanted to. Okay, there he is, right there. All right. So, would you rather work on a project that's challenging and rewarding, or a project that's easy but boring?
Challenging and rewarding.
Yeah, me too, Rise. Absolutely. Yeah, I always wore them too. So I'm gonna say challenging and rewarding because I get bored
Right.
easy.
And I'm gonna be even more bored and it'd be easy and bored.
Right.
That's funny
So
how you said that. Easy and bored. And you said I'm gonna say challenging because I get bored easy. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I do. So it's one of those things where I'd rather it be. I'm gonna feel more fulfilled when it's complete. I do the easy thing. If it took me too long, I'm gonna be like, well, what's wrong with me? That was easy. I should have been done that. I'd rather have something that I'm working on, got to walk away from, think about it. sleep on it, get up the next day, knock it out, and be like, wow, that was cool. You know what I mean? Um, let's finish one up. Let's finish one up. Last one. Would you rather work on a work company that values work-life balance and all and allows flexible hours, or for a company that expects you to be available 24/7? It's the last one.
My bad, bro. Say it one more time.
Not a problem. Would you rather work at for a company that values work-life balance and allows flexible hours, or for a company that expects you to be available 24/7?
Work life balance.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Being on call, personally speaking, the best way for me to be able to separate work life and home life is where it actually has a beginning and an ending. If you can call me at any time and have me come in and do all of those type of things at any point, I'm not saying that it won't be rewarding. I'm not saying that there's people out there that don't enjoy that. Me personally, I need that break in between. So I'm right there with you, my brother. I'm gonna say that I'd rather be the one that's work life balance respected. You can take
Right.
us out of that.
Take us out of that right there. We gonna leave on up out of it. That was another episode of Would You Rather. Let's get back to the show. So,
Absolutely.
this has been episode 136 Aftermath. I enjoyed this episode. I hope y'all did. You can find us on all your podcast streaming sites. I was about to say screaming sites. You know, that's
Holla if you want to, but ain't nothing gonna happen.
it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public. And did I say Audible and Audible? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And as we say each and every week, you can definitely catch us live between Monday and Tuesday. If something changes, more than likely it's on Tuesday. We always notify you guys the day of the actual live and about what time. All I can say is we appreciate you guys working with us. We be trying to be on time, and we're trying to work on getting better at it. But we can catch us each and every week, either on Monday or Tuesday live right here on Facebook. And immediately following after that, you can see the replay of it. And if you don't follow us already, we would like you to please head on over to our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. Once again, that's The Porch Podcast. And check us out where all the actual shows replay once again at 7 p.m. on Thursday nights. You can check the latest episode out and all previous 135 episodes outside of this one and all the rest of our content. So this has been episode number 136. As we say each and every week, we appreciate you guys stopping by. We ask that you please tell a friend to tell a friend, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great time like you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I let y'all know too real quick, man. We will be off next week.
Yes.
We'll be off next week. And so we'll pick up the following week, which would be in what's that technically? I don't know. Whatever that day is, it won't be next week. I can tell you that. So
It'll be the 15th.
okay. So somewhere around in there, man. You guys have an exceptional rest of your evening and the rest of your good week. And I look forward to the next time we meet. All right,
Right.
my brother.
All right.
I'll let you later, man. All right, family. Y'all be good, y'all. All right,
Peace.
peace.